Hello everyone, and this bit of hair is still driving me freaking crazy. See it? See it? It just won't smooth down. Look at that. Now it's a tuft of hair. Anyway, welcome to this newest video, and this new video is for a new year. And is a little bit of a mention of maybe you would like to start the Japanese side. There are plenty of re-rolling guides and things to follow, but the reason that I make mention of this is because lately there seems to be a lot of frustration with Global. There seems to be a lot of frustration with Global and Gumi and not giving the best things in comparison to Japan. So we're going to show a little bit of how to start the game. And the other thing is, I want to talk about how easy it is to get started. Now, first of all, yes, you are playing a little bit behind a lot of other players. But, with that being said, there are some fantastic opportunities to get caught up very quickly. As a matter of fact, you see many global players that end up with just absolutely fantastic teams very quickly that can power through a lot of the events that are around, especially if you can get your hands on some powerful friends on the Japanese side. So of course we all know about how to open the game, but the Japanese side is a good place to start right now because there is a lot of free gifts at the start that are very, very useful. And the other thing is that there is a ton, and I'm going to say this, there's a lot more support for this game nowadays to get started on the Japanese side than there was back when I started. Particularly things like Reddit, but also now that the global side has a ton of resources to it, you can pretty much follow the global resources and it works just fine. It's also a good opportunity to learn a bit of Japanese. For me, when I started playing, I knew very little to no Japanese. And so it was a bit difficult. It was definitely a difficult struggle to play back then, but now there are just so many resources. Besides Reddit, there's also just the simple fact that you can use Google Translate. Google Translate works really, really well for this game, and re-rolling is super easy so long as you have two things, a phone and a computer. If you have a computer, then you can basically just install BlueStacks or Nox or anything that just barely passes the test. And all you have to do is install FFBE on your phone. And it's very, very simple. Once you get through the initial tutorial, we'll show you exactly what to do to re-roll really quickly in case you don't know or you're intimidated. It's really, really simple. And the other reason is because it is easy to download. So after playing, as I was talking about, there is a good advantage to playing the Japanese side is that you do get a little bit more exposure to Japanese language and text. Now, before I had a lot more trouble reading hiragana and katakana, but I have definitely become better. And it's not just because of this game. I've been studying outside of here, but the more exposure you get to a language, the better. And it's pretty cool to learn another language. You can do a lot of different things. You can communicate with people, talk with people. It's not just playing games. And if you are familiar with re-rolling, you've probably seen this gameplay a million times. But the Japanese side has become increasingly easy because of helpful communities both on GameFAQs and Reddit I will be linking in this video to one of the current threads in GameFAQs, which is just a great, helpful community. It's a lot, in my opinion, more welcoming than Reddit. Not to speak too badly of Reddit, but Reddit can be a little intimidating at times, especially given some of the answers. The first thing that I will tell you that is a very important note when you're playing this game, make sure your phone is set to Japanese time. This is very, very important. Otherwise, events won't show up properly, banners won't show up properly. So make sure you do that. So skipping ahead through most of the cutscenes is the fastest way to get through this. And you get 5 tickets to start. Now, these are the very obvious bonuses right now to starting the Japanese side. You get 5,000 Lapiz to start. Plus, you can start in on the month. Hey, look, 50 Lapiz. It's not that great. Oh, extra 100. That's okay. Just skip through all of that. Clear out your thing when you have a good account, because I like things neat and tidy. But once you get to here, you can basically go right into here, and you make your 4 to 12 digit passcode. This is the most important thing that you do. One, it lets you re-roll without connecting to Facebook, which is another great thing about the Japanese side. And the other thing is that if your phone or device ever breaks, you can contact Gumi knowing your code, and they will help you get it back. Also, in case you forget a password. So, for our password, for video purposes, we'll do 12345. Now, here is your friend code. Your actual account code. This is important. So, if I was re-rolling, you would take this code and this passcode and enter it into Nox or your phone, depending on which device you rolled on. You will then be able to clear it off the other one and just keep switching back and forth to make re-rolling faster. You don't have to reload data, but once you get an account, you still want to do this because it helps. And make sure you write down this number. This number is very important. If you ever have any trouble with your device and you can't get your account and you've spent money on it, you want to make sure you have this number, because worst case scenario, you forget your passcode, you forget everything, just take this number and contact Alan and they will help you. They've actually been pretty good with me. So you would go into a screen like this and you will enter your number code as well as your password. Simple, easy, and very, very quick, and it doesn't use Facebook. Can't explain how nice that is. But let's take a look at the rewards we've gotten so far. So a whole bunch of Lapiz, but we also have these 2 batches of select a unit tickets. These are super nice, and there's a random ticket and some other stuff and some other stuff. Super nice. So, tips for actually re-rolling. Now, it was a little bit better to re-roll before New Year's, but not terrible. The thing that you would want to get is you would probably want to keep rolling till you at least get 2 rainbows off whichever banner you like. Now, the Rayjack banner here has a really good damage dealer for a starting account, particularly because he is true dual hand, and in his kit he naturally gets a lot of percentages towards that. And on the Ignis banner, right now it is a much smaller rainbow pool, So you can get only Final Fantasy 15 units, and there happens to be both damage dealers, support units, and tanks in this banner. All you're really missing is a healer. Plus, by grinding out right now, not only do, well, okay, we'll get to that in a second. We also have both of these, the New Year's banners, which are up until January 8th. The big thing here is that you are getting one rainbow ticket, and it is very quick to get 10,000 Lapiz, or 13,000 Lapiz, as you will end up needing, meaning that you can get a total of 30 tickets, plus 3 5-star EX tickets, a couple of Trust Moogles, and some good attack boosting materials to start a brand new account, as well as EXP up to help grind out the rest of the units you will be needing. So for instance, let's just... I see. They did music for this banner. I actually don't have my music on when I'm normally playing, so... Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So we're going to do this because I actually prefer the 15 banner, because the two most valuable units that you can get on your account right now are a healer and a buffer / support unit, because there is generally less fantastic units in those pools, and there's about 2 trillion damage dealers. So what you'd want to do is you'd hopefully want to roll into at least 2 rainbows. We may not get it. This is just a sample account. Oh, we got a rainbow. Victoria. Oh, Libertas. X-Death. Not bad so far. Ooh, another Libertas. Okay, he's garbage. Celeste, good TMR. Just that easy. Now, ideally, you want to get 2 rainbows in your opening account. Doesn't necessarily have to be the same rainbow either, but if you're really wanting to get a good start on your account, then go for 3. And it's fairly quick to re-roll on the Japanese side, especially because you don't need a ton of Facebook accounts. That's a quick shot at the global side, because I can do that. But this will help you get started, and getting your, once you get your Lapiz and buy the bundles really quickly, which, trust me, it doesn't take a lot. All of the early missions give 100 Lapiz per each one, so you'll get a mass load of Lapiz very, very quickly. Well, okay, yes, it's not the greatest reroll. You would want at least 2 rainbows, and at the 3% rate, that's not as rare as you think, but again, statistically, your odds may vary. Reform one more time just for this video. Damn it. But with the rainbow pool being smaller, if you can get a couple of Ignises, then I think you're pretty damn set for that. Ravis just has a good regular TMR, and, well, there's Libertas too. But the other characters in the pool are pretty decent as well. Noctis is a more than competent damage dealer with a fantastic TMR. Gladio is a fairly good damage counter tank, more than enough to get through the story. And Prompto's good for status effects, good for arena. Aranea is a true dual hand jump unit, so she can kind of support herself. If nothing else, she has a really good super TMR with the spear with, I think it's extra jump damage. And last but not least, no wait, that's it. But other units you might want to aim for: Warrior of Light, very good. And for the record, you don't need to roll a super healer, at least for the beginning. While Santa Rosalia would be fantastic to land on, you can get regular 3-star Rosalia, and her 6-star is a damn fine healer, an absolutely amazing healer for a brand new account, and over time you will get it. I actually really like that music. That music is very calming. It almost makes me want to spend more rupees. But you also have the benefit of select a unit tickets, which means that you can get any 2 5-star bases you want. Now, there are a lot of choices, and you can do the thing of getting 2 damage dealers, or you can get just your favorite units. It really doesn't matter. So, out of all the units, who could you potentially pick? Well, the thing is that remember that everybody's getting a 7-star soon, so CG Rain with True Dual Hand in his kit makes for a very strong first account, even if he can't go to 7 stars just quite yet. Getting Ignis means that you don't need to... Well, you can get Ignis pretty easily right now, so I wouldn't recommend him. There are super mages like CG Sakura, as well as you can just get the best healers in the game: Ayaka, CG Fina, or Santa Rosalia. The Selecta unit is actually up to date. It is completely up to date with every 5-star base in the game, so really you can just choose whoever you want, and that is pretty nice. What's more, you get 2 units, so you can actually choose any 2 units you want. You can choose 2 to make a 7-star later, or you can choose to just have 2 5-star base units. Both are very good options. So we're going to actually pick, because I don't think anyone's going to want this account. You know the password and you know the code, so you could steal it if you really want. But I don't know why you would. So for the purposes of this video, let's choose... We're going to choose, first of all, CG Reagan, a absolutely fantastic base unit that just starts with True Dual Wield. Now we also have Ignis, we have a damage dealer, so let's take a healer too. Let's take Santa Rosalia. So, right off the start, without using my 5-star EX tickets, let's take a look at the team we can build. So first of all, we have a buffer, and the best buffer in the game, even if he is only currently a max 6-star. This is why I'd say you want at least 2 Ignises so you can get his 7-star form, because that is beastly. We have an absolutely awesome damage dealer, and spoilers, if you don't know by now, yeah. But we can take the basic equipment right off, give it right there, and it's actually kind of a strong dual wield unit for a level 1. Let's just quickly grab everything else that we have in here, which also gives us some more equipment. So for instance, right here we can just go in and give that to our healer if we wanted. Even though I think, no, it gives spirit, so it's not a bad thing for Santa Rosalia to start. Don't forget to send your friend unit so that people know that you're not just using rain. And as well, you will have some cactars to start. However, this is a level 60 cactar, so maybe hold off on using that one. You know, at least till you get a 7-star. We'll take that. And the beginner missions, just as you're going through the game, will unlock a lot of stuff very, very quickly for you. So now we have actually enough money we could do something with, but we'll continue on just a little bit further. So we want to use a fire, no, limit burst as well. I'm pretty sure that most of the missions are same across. And again, you can find some really good units to take with you for friend units right after to start, because everyone is getting great units. Look, it's a 4000 HP Sephiroth. So we have this, we want to just go right in here. And it will take a little time to get the materials for 6 stars, but if you go to a lot of the communities, you can find some very powerful friend units to help you out. Keep Rain in your party, and as well, you just want them so that they can use their abilities, Mirror of Equity, as well as fire damage. So powerful. Just so powerful. But to start the game, you even don't need to necessarily go straight for Gladio. Rain, regular Rain is still a pretty darn good provoke tank off the bat. So as you can see, we're starting to build up Lapis already very quickly, and as you are hitting different things like arena and all of that, it's not very hard to get Lapis. But if you do hit a good reroll and you just want to buy Lapis, there's also a good thing right now, which we'll show that in a second. We want to get through this. We want to use a Blizzard. I don't see any reason why not to just keep going with this. Sephiroth is a great unit. He's a unit that kind of requires less things, but True Dual Hand is still one of the most valuable things in the game. So we want to just get that out of the way. Really, the Japanese that you need to play the game is fairly basic. What you really need to do is you need to learn the symbols for the different elements: fire, earth, wind, and water, as well as the others too. And then you can pretty much know most of the time what the game is asking for. That was pretty weak. But the beginning of the game, super easy to get into, easy to play, not a problem. And the other thing is, once we can rush down this, see, we're already up to 16,000 Lapis. 16,000? That would be wonderful. We're up to 1,600 Lapis. Whoops, I did not see quickly enough. So again, symbol for ice right there, and finish the boss with a limit burst. Whenever there's something in brackets, it's basically a name. You can always assume that it is a boss. Oh look, it's Ravis. Hello Ravis, we'll take Ravis. Poor Ravis is kind of not good, so we need to give him some support. And even though we are just a base party with base characters, we're doing pretty damn good. Having true dual hand just is such a strength booster in the game. And as soon as you get your characters up to even a decent 5-star level, you can go get N-Hander through some of the first trials, or the Muramasa. It's not hard. Still counts. And the reason we want to get through here is so that we can get to the first town, so we can unlock the vortex. And again, if you are starting a brand new account on the Japanese side, if you look at my previous video, I basically give my friend accounts, so I will be more than happy to give you some strong friend units to help you get through some of the more recent content. Don't expect to be able to do the top content for a little bit. Well, okay, maybe a little bit longer than a little bit, but it will help you. My Ignis right now could even get through, I think, the first 3 or possibly 4 on the Final Fantasy 15 event, given his stats. So once we get through all of this, takes a bit. $10,000 cutscenes. It's okay. Oh, my laundry's done. Perfect. Blah, blah, blah. That's what we wanted to do. So we can continue the story. But before we do that, we want to tell the game to shut up. Because now, first of all, you'll notice that we get we're almost at 3,000. That's almost the first bundle. Not only that, we've completed that for the day. That will pretty much level Siren up just a lot. We get 10 of these. This. So all of these will help you get rolling very, very quickly to get strong. There's a very strong sword in the basic stuff. Basic whatever. And don't forget, right now, I did forget to mention this earlier, right now we are even getting free rolls. So a free summon per day. Maybe you'll only get a blue, maybe you'll get a brand new rainbow. But if you can end up getting 3 rainbows before you use either your select a ticket or what's the other thing, or any of the EX tickets, that's a pretty darn good start to an account. And you may want to save your select a tickets until after you've used your 5-star EX tickets, as well as done a good roll. That way you can just choose any duplicates that you need. So again, going into this, right now we have daily treasure chests, so the sooner you start one of these accounts, the better. You get a max cactar, some event currency, some friend points, as well as 100 lapiz. Any strong friend can easily help you get through that. And there are 2 events that you can currently do. The Final Fantasy 15 event, which is not that difficult, as well as the old Final Fantasy Type 0 event. So both of these events will help you snowball very quickly into becoming a very powerful team. Showing real quick what we can do, we're going to go in here, we're going to go in here. We're going to do the first level of the Final Fantasy 15 event. And we shouldn't have used Ravis, oh well. but we're already getting bonuses from Ignis, and we're just going to do this real quick, using up some of our very small amount of money, but getting a very good stars. Excellent. And we will use the other 5 on Ignis. Excellent, look at that. So already our units are just a bit beefier. And you can stack up a lot of stamina. Okay, see, this is what I was talking about in my other video. Friend lists are still having some difficulty. See? Even by himself, he can do enough damage to easily clear this. And we haven't really ramped into having strong units yet. You really want there will be some challenge. That was pretty good. There we go, 1 down. But a strong friend unit can help you get through a lot of these very, very quickly while you're still going through story and getting a lot of Lapis to get those New Year bundles before January 8th. And look, hey, we even got 1 extra bonus ticket. No problem. We didn't use green magic, that's okay. But just going to a lot of the different places and getting some good friends will help you get what you need to get going. Not only that, but you can also go, because all of the vortexes, that's the word, are open from EXP, and each of these is worth a lot of Lapis. So you can get a ton of Lapis incredibly quickly, as well as just going directly into the Cactuar dunes, getting a lot of Cactuars, getting a lot of Gill Snappers, I think they're called. Yeah, I only play this game casually. But you can get a lot of resources really quick to build a very strong team on the Japanese side. There is a lot of resources at the beginning of the game, and there's a ton of Lapis to get while you are going to get. So on a fantastic reroll, 3 rainbows, 2 selected tickets, and another 3 EX tickets just from the beginning of the game, plus whatever else you get in the meantime, means that you can get a very, very powerful account very, 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 very quickly. Damn it, not a rainbow. Alright, so that is everything for kind of showing you the beginning ropes of starting a Japanese side account. Damn it, man. If you are looking to start the Japanese side, please, I would recommend it. It's a very good time. It's a brand new year. Maybe this is the perfect time for you to discover the greatness of the Japanese side. if nothing else, I will see you all in the next video. Till then, have a good day, and yeah, just have a good day.